my channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to prep for a detox. Now, I have to run into the grocery store real quick. We're going to pick up some food, and then we're going to talk about how to declutter your fridge, get ready in your home, start prepping and planning planners, notebooks, just all the things, even workouts and playlists. So let's get started. Done. It started getting really packed in there, so I just wanted to get in and out. We got all like necessities that we needed to get because I already had got a lot of food prior last month, which I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm so excited. But I have been getting so many messages of how do you prep for a detox? I don't know where to start. You know, what foods do you choose? How do you build a meal plan? How do you do workouts? Like all the things. And I want to give you guys like all useful tools that I personally am going to be doing through this detox. Now it is actually the third day of the detox. And I'm actually feeling really, really good, which is a good start. Usually when I do detoxes, I'll get a really awful migraine, but it seems like I'm not getting a migraine this time, which is really good. So let's head back. We're going to clean the fridge first, and then I'm going to show you some items that I have for this detox. So then that way, if you want to get it yourself or you want to do this detox with me, you're welcome to do so because everything is going to be in the wellness studio along with the workout playlist and like grocery list and all the things. So let's head back home and clean out the fridge. Okay, one of the first things you want to do in a detox is basically clean out your fridge. And the reason why is, one, you probably have expired stuff in it, or you might have stuff that's just not going to sell good with you. I honestly, I'm not like lonely. I have a wife and I have kids, so we can't get rid of everything because they're not on this detox, but we are going to clean out this fridge because it definitely needs to be done. As you can see, it is a mess. So let's get to organizing and taking out all the cleaned the fridge, we got some food. Let's sit down and chat because I have gotten so many messages since I announced that I was on this detox. First thing, let's get out of the way, is nutrition. So for me, I'm just going to pop up over here of like the guide that I'm kind of following. When you're in the wellness studio, there is like a whole groceries list, like meal suggestion guides if you actually want to follow day to day of what I am currently eating. But basically how it is broken down is in the morning you have a full bottle of water, so I believe that's 16 ounces of water. After the water, for like our breakfast, I would say is like one style of fruit, so you could either have like a whole like fruit salad, or you could just like choose a single fruit, like apple, orange, banana, whatever it is, and then a cup of fruit juice. Now the fruit juice is not like some type of like, fruit punch or, like a tropical juice. Like it is pressed juice, just clean ingredients, just juice. There's no extra additives, no extra sweeteners. It is literally just taking fruits and juicing them and putting them into the juice. So you could either do it yourself or you could buy it pre-done. I personally bought it pre-done, but I have made my own juices through our blender, squeezed out the pulp and did all the things. But to make it quick and easy, especially because right now with our lives, we are just so busy with like just school stuff and routine stuff. And, we just got done with surgeries and procedures and just all the things. I thought that just having the juice pre-done was going to be easier. So I personally got my juice from Trader Joe's. Clean ingredients, and I was just happy and easy to do that. So that's for the morning. And then as for before lunch, if I feel hungry at all, I'll have like vegetable snacks. So depending on what I choose for the day, sometimes I'll have carrot sticks or celery sticks. Sometimes I'll cut up cucumbers. Basically anything that is a raw vegetable that you want to have, you just kind of cut it up and have it for a snack. Now, I personally don't measure out my food just because I'm a survivor of an eating disorder, but I do like try to keep it, okay portions. If you do need like sizing guides in the wellness studio, we actually do have like a portion control type of guide. So then that way, what is appropriate portions for your size, but not just like for your size, but also for the activity level. So if you don't work out a lot, it'll show you how much like size portions you should need. But if like say you do work out a lot, you work out all the time, it'll give you even different portion size. So that's the one thing that I love about the wellness studio is it's like all in one. So we have the water, the juice, the fruit. During the day, like for snacks, I'll have raw vegetables. For lunch, I'll do some type of protein shake. Now I used to use a premium grade protein shake, and the extra ingredients in it just didn't settle well with my Hashimoto or my thyroid. So we had to kind of find a more cleaner, more natural protein shake. So I ended up doing a pea protein shake for this detox. It just literally has like all clean ingredients, no extra vitamins or minerals. It is just a simple protein. Just because a lot of times with multivitamin products, it upsets my system. I just need it like straight, plain, and that's how it is, which I found was best for me. And then again, if I'm hungry after that, I will have raw vegetables. So I can have a salad if I want to, or I can choose, to have like my vegetable sticks or whatever. And then for dinner, what I'll do is I'll choose a protein and a vegetable. So for protein, you can either stick with fish or poultry. And during the detox, we're not doing any red meats and we're not doing any pork. We're simply just trying to keep it lean and clean. So I honestly love fish. So I kind of been more gearing towards fish. So like on my day 1, I ended up having shrimp and just mixed vegetables. I think day 2, I ended up doing, I ended up doing spring rolls, kind of what I did for lunch today. Like today, I made the spring rolls only with chicken this time. So you could kind of counteract like which ones you want, which ones you're feeling, especially if you do have a fish allergy or shellfish allergy. Definitely stick with the not proteins, poultries like turkey, chicken, hen, duck, that type of thing. So that is pretty much like the base of it. If I do decide to have a sweet snack, like if I'm craving a sweet snack, I'll do something more on the healthier side, knowing that I'm on a detox, but it's not something that I do all the time. So for me currently, desserts that I have had, I've done like a frozen banana. I call it frozen banana split, but it's not like ice cream. It's literally you cut a banana in half, you freeze it so then it's like colder, and then once it's frozen, you put it in like your bowl or whatever, and then you put like just peanut butter, you could put some berries, just like clean ingredients. If I really wanted to be extra sweet, I'll put like a little drizzle of honey, but I haven't had to do that right now during the detox. I'm really trying to focus on like detoxing my body and, you know, kind of dwindling down on any sweet stuffs or extra carbs. And then what else did I also did dates, like the little dates. My wife actually ordered fresh dates from a like exotic fruit farm, I guess that's how you would describe it. So we ended up taking dates, and then I cut them in half and I put a little bit of peanut butter in it. I know you can I've seen this before like on TikTok and Pinterest, where you can drizzle chocolate on it and it'll taste like a Snickers, but we just kept it to dates and peanut butter. So that's pretty much all that I have for like nutrition. And a lot of times people are like, well, how can you afford that, you know, fish is expensive. So a lot of times I will get frozen. So all last month I was kind of prepping for this detox, and that's the one thing I do recommend is trying to purchase ahead of time instead of purchasing along the way. So I purchased a lot of like frozen veggies, like mixed veggies. I have asparagus, I have Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna totally jack up this name, but edamanas, it's like they look like green snap peas, but they're not. They're different. They're not as sweet. So I have all of those. And then what I ended up doing is when I was at Trader Joe's, I picked up a big thing of salmon, and then I like cut it into, I think 4 or 5 pieces to create different meals. I did the same thing with cod. I also got 2 frozen, they were raw, so I had to still cook them, but I got 2 frozen bags of shrimp, and I'm trying to think what other fish I had. I feel like I had one other fish, but then I also have poultry. So we have chicken, we actually have a duck, not like a duck that we killed, not that I have anything against it, but you know, it came pre-done. So there's that. And what I did was I basically got most of the stuff for halfway through, so then that way once we get closer to the halfway mark, I'll go ahead and purchase the next set of foods. So this detox is like a 30-day detox, but I've been liking it so far. We're only on day 3, and usually when I do a detox, I usually have a migraine, but I haven't had a migraine yet, and I think it's because I am pounding water, and then I'm fueling my system with just really good nutrients. And that's the one thing that I always get told, like, oh, I'm so tired on a detox. And trust me, I've been there, and that's why we have the fruit incorporated into this detox to give you energy throughout the detox. So that's for nutrition. Now I do want to talk about planners and notebooks and just all the things to kind of stay on track with a detox. So let's start with planners, and then I'll go into notebooks. So I actually have 2 different planners for this detox. I have my daily grind planner, which I absolutely love, but sometimes this is like too pretty to like just mess up. So I do have this one to kind of like, I don't know, I got this from the dollar store. It's just a plain like, you know, week and month type of planner, and it's just something that I could quickly just jot it down, scribble out, whatever. But I do have my daily grind planner, which has like a breakdown of like your month ahead, top 10 goals that you want to do. And so sometimes like I'll write out my goals for the day and just put in like the nutrition that I plan on having today, or if I know ahead of time like the workout that's gonna happen, I'll put it down for the week. Some other things that I might end up adding is just like inspirational stuff too, to kind of like have me keep on going. So the biggest thing too for prepping for a detox is planning. And honestly, having a planner ahead of time and just planning it out is going to be beneficial, because then you don't have to try to figure it out along the way. You just open up your planner, you look, and you're like, okay, I'm going to be having this for food today. I'm going to be doing this workout, and I'm going to be doing this meditation, or whatever you're trying to do. So definitely a really good planner. You could either get a cheap one from the dollar store and write it all out, or you could invest in a nice planner and just, set your goals. So those are my planners. Now for my workbooks, I do have a plain composition notebook. This is mostly just for either any new ideas, any recipes I come across, any motivational, personal development type of stuff that I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to remember that. I'll put it in this type of notebook. But this was actually given to me by my niece. I think she got it for a Christmas present. I didn't finish it. It's a 3-month self-care notebook. But what I've been doing is I've been using the last month that I actually did not finish for this month of the detox. But I do love this notebook if you are just first starting into just taking care of yourself, because you can see I would write a lot of stuff in here, but I like it because it's just broken down in different areas. So then that way you could evaluate your life. And I sometimes like that about workbooks that are like this, or notebooks that are like this. So then that way you're not just trying to, wing it. You're kind of actually evaluating your wellness and your health. So those are definitely the 2 notebooks that I'm going to be using more throughout this detox. And then the one other thing that I always get questions about is supplements and wellness products. So as you know from previous years, I used to rant and rave about premium grade vitamins and how they are so beneficial for your body. I now don't feel the same. And it's mostly because as I was discovering more of my Hashimoto and discovering more about my thyroid, I realized that not all vitamins interact well with the thyroid. And when I looked more into multivitamin brands and how they're built, I realized most of the stuff I can't take. And a lot of the flare-ups that I was having was from taking a multivitamin product, whether it was shake, capsule, whatever. So I actually have switched my wellness products, which I've talked about here for a while now, and I've definitely talked about on my Instagram. But I do want to talk about the 2 patches that I've been using for this detox. Originally, I wanted to use our gold patch. It's specifically designed for detox, but I never got around to ordering it because we've just been so crazy busy lately. But I didn't want that to set me off of my detox, because I know a lot of times in the past I would just make that as an excuse and then just not start the detox. So instead, I am using the patches that we currently do have to help me through this detox, which both of them are really great for any type of detox and any type of wellness journey. So the first one is our X39. This one activates your dormant stem cells. It also promotes detox. When I first started these patches, my body went into detox. It was pushing out all the negative stuff out of my body. So because I'm have the lifestyle right now of a detox, it's kind of actually supporting the X39 again. So this is definitely a great one to have if you don't have the gold patch, which is called glutathione, which I'll put a picture up right here. We're probably going to eventually end up ordering it. It's just, we've been so busy lately. This one, you simply just take the patch and you could either place it on the back of your neck, which I have one on right now, or you could put it underneath your belly button. So either placement for the patch is going to be beneficial for that. It also helps with other things like inflammation, pain in your body, hair, skin, and nails. It helps boost the collagen. It also helps with reversing the heart's age. And we just have thousands of testimonies for just different health benefits. So I'm definitely, gonna keep this along the way for the detox. Now, the other one that I've been using is the energy enhancer. And Mostly because I'm used to drinking coffee in the morning. I don't want to say that I actually drink coffee in the morning for the energy. It's mostly the sugar that's in the coffee that's giving me energy. But I'm a coffee addict. Like, I love coffee. I love the flavor of coffee. I'll get coffee ice cream. I'll get coffee flavored desserts. Like, coffee flavor is just my thing. So because I'm not drinking coffee in the morning and I'm relying on water and juices, I did start taking the energy enhancer to keep my energy up so I'm not feeling drained or lethargic. But the one great thing about the energy enhancers is it starts to boost your metabolism. So while I'm going through this detox and it's pushing out all these toxins out of my body, my metabolism will be speeding up with this to push out all these toxins. So these are both my phototherapy patches that I'm going to be using during this detox. Now, the energy enhancer one is actually a 2-patch one. So we have a white one like this, and then we have a brown one like this. So the brown one goes on the left side, and then the white one goes on the right side. And it just gives you energy throughout the day, and it's not like a weird, like, jittery energy. It just feels natural. Like, I feel younger. I feel like I just, can go clean the house and just go do things and run errands and, feel great. So these have been the two things to kind of go along with it. So the one other thing that I have to say that is like really, really important when you're doing a detox is movement. And the reason why is because your body is already trying to push out toxins out of your body. But when we are incorporating movement, you're also activating your sweat glands to help push out the toxins. You're also activating your lymphatic drainage system to push out the toxins. So the one thing that I did put together for the wellness studio is actually a whole playlist, a 30-day playlist to go along with this detox. If you didn't know about the wellness studio, it's just a small little private area for all of my customers and clients who purchase our phototherapy patches. And basically in there, there's just different wellness challenges if you want to be a part, or just other tools to help people with their wellness journey all in one place. So then that way, if you don't know how to work out for the day, you can simply press play on the playlist. Or maybe you need to have like a boost in your mood, you could go to the ambient music that's set up and just press play. Or sometimes it could be just a journal prompt. You want to journal but you don't know what to write about, you could go simply to our journal prompts. So that's the one thing I do love about the wellness studio is it's so quick and easy. You just simply type in the password and then you have instant access to it. And yeah, it's easy to access and easy to use with any wellness journey or any fitness journey. So that's like pretty much all, like, I think the details for the detox and how to prep for it. I definitely will be giving you a detox routine coming up so you can see what it's like a day in the life of doing the detox. But I did enjoy bringing you guys grocery shopping today and cleaning my fridge and just having a little chat about different tools and things that I'm going to be doing during my detox to help you with your detox if you want to start, or if you want to do the same exact thing, you could simply just send me a message and we can get you started on the same detox as I'm doing. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope it's motivational and inspirational. See you later, guys.